Hi, my name is Keith Morrison, and I'm a staff scientist at Lawrence Livermore National Lab. Today, I'm going to be telling you about advanced synthetic minerals, which are a mineral-based cure used to combat antibiotic resistance. I want to start by giving you a vision of our product. So what we're doing is harnessing antibacterial reactions that are geochemical in nature, and we're doing this with synthetic mineral end members. So what we're really offering here is a paradigm shift for treating antibiotic-resistant infections. And this would be used in topical and in gastrointestinal infection routes. And we hope to become a leader in applying mineral-based pharmaceuticals in the age of antibiotic resistance, which has never been done before. And we see ourselves emerging into three key markets: the personal care market, livestock market, and clinical markets. I also want to mention that antibiotic resistance is a growing threat. Right now, we already have over 750,000 deaths per year globally from antibiotic resistance, and that's set to increase to over 10 million deaths per year, which means that antibiotic resistance is going to result in more deaths than cancer by the year 2050. Along with this are many economic consequences. I won't go through all of them, but we'll see a tremendous strain on the healthcare system in global economies. And the reason for this is that current antibiotics do not work. We're not enjoying the same protection from these products that we used to. So there's an urgent need for new treatment options in the age of antibiotic resistance. And that's where we come in. So we're using synthetic antibacterial mineral systems. Now, these were originally discovered in nature, and there were certain mineral deposits that had natural antibacterial properties. And we discovered the reaction in nature, and however, there were many impurities in these natural samples that were undesirable, and it was very difficult to establish a reproducible dose with the natural samples. So we were able to synthesize these mineral end members, which allowed us to do many things. We could tune the reactivity, we could establish a reproducible dose, we could tune how much hydrogen peroxide and pH buffering the system did. And this is all achieved between a geochemical reaction between two mineral systems. So one is a smectite clay mineral, which has very high cation exchange capacity, and the other is an iron sulfide mineral that has semiconductor properties. And what happens is you get this redox cycle occurring between these two minerals that sustains all the metal release and hydrogen peroxide generation. And this reaction has been effective against pretty much all antibiotic resistant pathogens that we've tested that are hospital acquired. And we have an US patent application for this technology. Just give you a glimpse at the dose response for some of these minerals. So on the left, you're seeing an extended spectrum beta-lactamase producing E. coli. And it was killed within 1 hour at 100 milligram per mil dose. On the right, we're looking at a MRSA infection with this methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus. And it was killed at a lower concentration. Within 1 hour, it only took 50 milligrams per mil. So you can tailor the dose based on the pathogen that you're treating and based on the illness or wound environment. And it's important to note that we're seeing minimal toxicity to mammalian cells when measured in vitro. So after the bacteria are killed, the mammalian cells can recover and continue to grow. So if we look at the market opportunity for this product, again, I was mentioning those three markets earlier. The cosmetic and personal care market really stands out. It's a $422 billion a year industry. And acne treatments account for about 12 billion for that slice of that pie. If we look at human health and animal health industries, they're also very large, 50 billion for the animal health and about 20 billion for human wound care industries. So these are very large markets to enter with this product. However, there are some hurdles, mainly FDA requirements, which are clinical trials to get these products online. However, if we look at a cosmetic application, which is purely topical and it's not used to cure any disease, there's actually no FDA requirement required to enter that market. And so if we want to enter the acne market, the animal market, or the clinical markets, we do have to go through FDA trials. So We're currently interested in all three of these markets, and we've recently started talks with a company in the livestock market for marketing this product. But today I'm going to show you a case study for entering the cosmetic market, because that's where we think we'll have the greatest chance of success and the least hurdles to get up and running with this product. So if we look at the competition in the cosmetic market, right now there's already various products used for personal care that utilize clay minerals. So there's clay masks, facial cleansers, toothpaste out there that are mineral based. However, none of them are like our product. Our product is acidic in pH. It generates reactive oxygen species through redox cycling. It's antibacterial, and we really think that this product can be used as a topical cleansing and detoxifying mask in the cosmetic industry, where we could start to potentially compete with some of the major players in that space. So what we're asking for right now is a cosmetic industry partner, and we're looking to capture 5% of the cosmetic skincare market. Our cost to get up and running would be around $3 million to get to proof of concept and scaling and synthesis of these minerals. And we anticipate that within 3 years we could start to generate revenue. And so currently I'm looking at a work for others contract with companies where I will set up multiple field of use licenses for each market, and the profits would be through royalties and revenue sharing. However, I'm also looking into pursuing LLC routes and IPO for generating revenue as well. And if we look at just the profit margin for some of these products and just how much they're sold for in the cosmetic industry, L'Oreal has a clay mask out right now that's sold at $44 per 50 grams. And so we think that based on how much it costs to produce our product, we'd be at a very high profit margin, which I'll talk about next. So where are we at? So currently there's been over 15 years of scientific research done on this product, over 10 million spent on research and development. We have a US patent application for the synthetic mineral end members for this technology. We were selected for the NNSA Tiger program, where a full economic and market evaluation will be done for this technology. And additionally, we've also started preliminary mouse models for skin and gut infections to prove that this product does no harm. So if we look at the manufacturing costs, we can manufacture this for about $8 per 50 grams. And that would be after purchasing all the reagents, reactors, and staff to get up and running. And so we're really looking for a major industrial partner, a L'Oreal or a Revlon, to start contracting the manufacturing or set it up in-house and get this product online. And the use of these funds in these 3 years, the first year we would start with the proof of concept animal model and finishing that up, which would take around 500K. In year 2, we would start scaling up the mineral synthesis. And then by year 3, we would get into full production and marketing of this product. So we could be generating revenue by the end of the 3rd year. Again, I mentioned that we're still interested in the livestock markets and clinical markets. And if we use the same formula that we're looking at right here, we think it would just take a bit longer to get into each of these markets. So around 4 to 5 years to enter the livestock market with a $10 million investment to get through the clinical trials. And then we're looking around 5 to 7 years for the clinical healthcare markets and about a $15 million price tag to enter these markets after the clinical trials. And so what we're really offering is a completely new paradigm for treating antibiotic resistant infections. And we hope that this will be useful in the age of antibiotic resistance. And with that, I want to say thank you, and I'm happy to answer any questions.